Greetings, everyone. Here I am again. Come to help the Muslims see for themselves the Quran ayats and decide. And I cannot help you, Muslims, if you do not help me and if you do not cooperate here. So please cooperate. Thank you so much. Really appreciate it. So now from my previous live stream, what I asked, going to an ayat, right? So continuing. I was actually on this ayat. So Allah is meaning Kana, Most High, Great indicates what, right? So I was on Surah 4, ayat 34. Allah is exalted, great. Allah Kana Aliyan Kabir, right? So from here, continuing on this, but now I've taken Surah 4, ayat 96. It's shorter than that one. So I just had to take that part. Mike, for that ayat, and now for I took a shorter ayat, which is Surah 4, ayat 96, and I'll be showing you from this ayat, right? So Allah uses kana here also in this ayat for Himself. Now, what does Allah indicate by saying kana, Allah, in the Quran? In some of the Quran ayats, Allah uses kana, and what actually is kana? So why does Allah use kana for Himself when it means being or existing as it, right? What it indicates or means using Quran ayats now to prove this. So for example, in Surah 4 ayat 96, degrees from Him, degrees of high position from Him, and forgiveness and mercy. And Allah is ever, is He, does the Quran ayat have ever in it? So Allah Kana or Kana Allah, it's actually Kana Allahu, is Allah forgiving and merciful. So in Arabic, you can put the is before the subject, right? And it would mean the same thing as in English, Allah is. So he sometimes puts Kana after him or some, and so that also, and before him, meaning Allah is. Now this Kana, which he doesn't use, for example, now for Surah Nur, ayah 35. Now why did I put here for Shias only, right? Because then this, you will see how it goes against the Shia belief on Tawheed and what Imam Ali has said about Allah, coming back to taking Allah apart from His attributes, right? So the sermon of Imam Ali here, and that he is beyond existence, Ismailis, through the Ismaili websites. We saw that on Tawheed, and what Imam Ali says explained properly, right? That he has no similitude, he doesn't have an example. Allah doesn't have an example, and Allah meaning what he says in these sermons and about Allah, in some of his sermons, like Sermon 1, Allah is beyond, or in his hadith, his existence precedes non-existence, but he is neither existent, he is neither existent nor non-existent, nor non-existent, right? This is what we get from the Ismailis I showed you in one of my, of the previous live streams. So this also will go against only the Shias. This much I'm sure of. The rest of the Muslims, what they believe in, I'm not sure of. right? So this, for now, for Shias only, but of course, all Muslims are welcome. Okay. So starting again from Surah. So what does Allah use? Why does Allah use Kana for Himself when it means being or existing as it, as the uh, predicate, right? Meaning predicate, subject and predicate in the end. Um, so it would mean that Allah as the subject is, if I'll explain that later. What it indicates or means using Quran ayats to prove this. So, for example, in Ayah 4, Ayat 96, I've read this. The most important part is Allah is forgiving and merciful. There's no ever. Kana Allahu ghafurun rahima, right? So now we have to see what does this Kana mean, because in Surah, again, Surah 24, Ayat 35, Allah is the light. Allah doesn't say Kana, Allah Kana, the light. Why doesn't He say that? Right? He doesn't use the word Kana. Why? So in some ayats, He uses for Himself Kana. In other ayats, He doesn't use for Himself Kana. Is. So, Surah 24, Ayat 35, only this is important, and I'm only going to read out this part. Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. Okay? A likeness of His light now isn't the examples and metaphors He gives. But the commentary, Shia commentary says, the existence of the Supreme Being has been compared to light in order to make human intellect understand a great attribute of Allah. So remember, even though He says He is light, Allah says He is light in this ayat, Surah 24, ayat 35. It is just one of the a great attribute of Allah. Otherwise, He, meaning Allah, is the inconceivable absolute who has created the light. So the light is created, and this is His great attribute. Light is His manifestation, and yet it is not His being. It is not His being, right? So let's take it from there, from here then. So now, since Kana, what does Kana really mean, right? Why does He use Kana at times for Himself, also saying that Kana Allahu Ghafuran Rahima, Surah 4 at 96, Kana. In others, He doesn't. When He said, like in Surah Nur, He doesn't use Kana. So what does that mean? Since Kana means, from a website I've taken this, arabicforbeginners.com. This is from that website, Arabic for Beginners. So please, Shias, all of a sudden, like Temur or Sakalain Haidar, don't come here throwing bullets at me, like, telling me that, falsely accusing me, saying I'm a liar and all this. When, so please first listen. Temur has been here for a long time, but I don't know why he doesn't get it. Maybe like they stick to this. I think I try to understand some of these Shias who hurl bullets and this crazy stuff. They accuse us, falsely accusing us, and they stick to maybe what their alim has said or what Imam Ali has said. He can't be wrong. They've come to this they stick to this belief of this, all right, that Akamedipuya says to know the proper application of Aya al Nur, the following points should be kept in view. Number one, it is a parable. But Allah doesn't start with a parable here. Allah directly says, in the beginning, Allah doesn't start with a parable, right? He starts with a parable when he says a likeness of his light. The parable is of his light. The example is of his light. Likeness of his light is as an initiate. But Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. Allah upon light. So lit from a blessed olive tree. This, right? Um, but Allah is the light. Anyways, you could say that since you're going to look at Imam Ali, or I don't know how you take this, um, or oh no, but this light is like it has a place and it's in this particular place. So the parable or the likeness or the example or the similitude, it's a parable. It's like metaphorical, symbolic, but it's in a place. It's in this, not neither of the west nor of the east, but you're going to. I don't know what you're going to say about that, and that we are the ones who have, don't know the simple, basic Islam, Quran. Now, the meaning of Kana. Do you know the meaning of Kana? So I have. What I did was all this from the previous. I first made notes and then I made a second notes. These are my second notes, right? And I uploaded the screenshots of this, right? My notes on Facebook. So it's so my point was that oh God, I forgot my point. Okay, why was I saying that I uploaded these things on Facebook? So if you please first go through them. If you don't know my Facebook what my name and my profile there, you can't find me. So no, the thing is that no, we don't know the word of. Okay, this is the first time I'm looking at the Kana, the meaning of Kana. Like I found it came to my attention very recently in my previous live stream. If you go to the end of my previous live stream, the title of my live stream, can't remember, it was on similitude. This Allah has or has not a similitude, right? And yeah, basic knowledge of Islam or the Quran we don't have. Okay, so I'm learning, and I've learned, and I did my work. It's the second one, so I've learned what Kana means, right? And I'll show you from other ayahs what Kana means, where it comes from, and what does this indicate. So, what does this word indicate? So, since Kana means the verb was and it's the verb kan was, right? It's was, and its inflections to be. So remember, Allah says when He says "be" and "it is," it comes from that word, right? The phrase "kun fayakun." Kun is to be, and it becomes. It is to be. So it is not. It becomes, but yes, it's be. So this is how we put it for kun. First, Allah says to it, be. When He intends a thing, He says to it, be, and it is. So it's common existence, right? So something which comes into existence, remember this, right? So be, to be, its inflections to be. Uh, be, all represent, even Kana, right? Kana, be, all represent the meaning of being, existence. They give the nominative case to the subject and the accusative to the predicate, right? So, what does this mean again? In simple words, it means that Allah, when he uses Kana for himself, it means being or existing as that predicate, right? Existing as that predicate. My father was wise. So, wise is the predicate, father is the subject, right? My father is the or father is the subject. So, father was wise. And also, this has a present tense, a future. Sorry, it has a past tense, present tense, and a future tense. This word kana, because it is in time, it is now being. Okay, so my father was wise. It not only describing what his father is, but in what what state, what he was, how he was, right? He was wise then. Was, it's a past it's past, right? And Allah is ever forgiving and merciful. They've given this Quran ayat which I took, Surah 4 ayat 96. So what does this mean? This means that being in existence, right? All represent be, kana, all represent the meaning of being, existing, yani in existence. It is all in existence, meaning Allah is in existence now as something, as what He says. So back to what He says that this ayat, Surah 4, ayat 96 about Himself, Kana Allahu Ghafuran Rahima, right? Thanks to Quran.com and the word by word translation in English, and then the transliterations, we find out, oh, this Kana, otherwise, how would I know? Why has he put Kana here when he hasn't put Kana in Allah, Kana light, right? In Surah Nur, ayat 35. 35, right? It doesn't say Allah Kana, the light. So this, please bear with me. It's quite difficult. Making notes here. So, for example, this. So, Kana Allahu Ghafurun Rahim. Now you can go to the simple Arabic for beginners, right? Website. As I search Google and went at the end of the day. Sorry, I don't. Should I or shouldn't I? We'll see who doesn't know the meaning of Kana. So Allah exists as this or that attribute, as this or that attribute. Kana is from kun, right? Kun fayakun. Be and it is. Surah 36, ayat 82. When Allah intends a thing, He says to it, be and it is. Allah's command is full ayat. Okay. His command is when He intends a thing, He says to it, be and it is. So this kana is from kun and it is, right? Be and it is. So it has a time period, it's in time, a past, present, future. Also that. And not only that, but this means that, so what does it mean? So Allah uses kana for himself when he comes into existence as attributes or using attributes or exists as the attributes. Or he exists as his attributes, meaning being his attributes, not apart from his attributes, not something he has created, his attributes that he has created, but then he's in a state of that attribute in existence. So he's functioning, right? So at first I used function and all that, how he's operating, but now I changed it, right? So working out, I was working out here, but the first part here, this is the last working of mine. Why does Allah use kana for himself? In this ayat surah 4 ayat 96, when it means being or existing as it, as forgiving, as merciful. He's not separate here from forgiving and merciful as that the Shia said, Imam, because Imam Ali has said, do not like, do not take Allah's attributes with him. Take Allah apart from his attributes. And Najul Balagha, Imam Ali has said this, right? Sermon 1. I'll start from here. ... The perfection of his purity, meaning Allah's purity, is to deny him attributes, even the attributes that he has given to himself in the Quran. To deny him attributes. Because every attribute is a proof that it is different from that to which it is attributed. Excuse me. And everything to which something is attributed is different from the attribute. Right? Name is different from what I am. But for Allah, that's not the case. Imam Ali, thus, he becomes his attribute. When he says, Kana Allahu, right? Okay, I'll prove it. I'll through the Quran ayats. So, attribute is, okay, different from the attribute. Thus, whoever attaches attributes to Allah, so he's given his attributes in the Quran, but 99 names of Allah also, Ism and attributes. But Imam Ali says, do not attach attributes to Allah. If you do that, if you attach his attributes, the ones he's given himself also, what would happen? Here, he tells you what will happen. Thus, whoever attaches attributes to Allah recognizes his like. Since Allah has no like, no similitude. Quran ayat is there too, right? That we saw in the previous live streams on this. Recognizes his like, and whoever recognizes his like regards him too. And whoever regards him as two recognizes parts for him, And whoever recognizes parts for him mistook him. And whoever mistook him pointed at him. And whoever pointed at him admitted limitations for him. Imam Ali doesn't see that in Surah Zumar, ayat 4, Allah has limited his will by not choosing, intending, and wanting to take a son from his creation. Because certain of his attributes he is given there in Surah Zumar ayat 4. Don't go with that, we are told by him. He is Allah. This and that. So, but he's limited his will there. Whoever said in what, okay, so where was I? Continuing, and whoever pointed at him admitted limitations for him. And whoever admitted limitations for him numbered him. Whoever said, in what is he, held that he is contained, and whoever said, on what is he, held he is not on something else. Najul Balagha, Saman 1, and another hadith of Imam Ali. I didn't put the number of the hadith and in which book. Sorry, I just got it from a Shia website. His existence precedes non existence, Imam Ali had said. You can search this. Apologize for this. Find a hadith of Imam Ali on this, not only in Najul Balagha, but some other book. Right? Excuse me. So this. Now we come to Surah 3, Ayat 49. Jesus Christ. It's on Jesus Christ. Surah 3, Ayat 49. And to make him a messenger to the children of Israel. Indeed, I have come to you with a sign from your Lord, in that a design for you from clay, like the form of a bird, when I breathe into it, and it becomes a bird by the permission of Allah. Just this. This is important. So, fayakunu, kunu, becoming, right? So now the kana changes to kunu in Arabic because now it means becoming, not being, kun, but becoming, right? Becoming. And becoming is in time again, right? So let's, again, a little bit from myself about Surah. From myself, yeah. My notes. What is this? Surah Ghafuru, Ghafuran Rahima. Surah 4 at 96. Okay. So Allah uses kana for himself, then he comes into existence, doesn't he? Does he not come into existence as attributes or using attributes? Or is, meaning kana, exists as the attributes? Now it's come into time. Allah uses kana to mean that he, the subject, exists as this, the attribute. Allah uses kana to mean that he, the subject, exists as this or that, the attribute he uses for himself in the ayat, or even functions in existence, or being, or as being as this, or being as this or that, the attribute he gives. Allah functions in existence, then he exists, or being as this, as the attribute. Simple, right? Then Allah can't be apart from his attributes. Then Imam Ali is wrong. since he has used himself, Kana, the word Kana is, was, being, becoming. You see, Kana can become like that, right? When used different forms, like so. He's in time now. Allah is in time as that attribute, functioning. How can Allah be apart, Imam Ali? So I read this out, right? Then Imam Ali is wrong. Tamin 1, Najul Balagha, to take attributes apart from Allah, and that his existence precedes, comes before non existence. Yet he is neither existence or or existing, or, I mean, he's not in, he's out of existence, and he's not even non existent. Allah is not even non existent because he comes before. His existence comes before existence. And yet he's not even existence. This existence is something beyond. If you weren't there in my previous live streams some time ago, Ismaili on Tawheed and Imam Ali's this. On another point I had come, you can, what you can do is Google search Tawheed, right? Ismaili Shia belief. Google search it. You'll find articles and things on written on this, Smiley teachings on the oneness, right? This is Dr. Khalil Andani's Ismaili teachings on the oneness of God, or what I found before on the Ismaili net. Ismaili gnosis, right? So Ismaili teaching on the oneness of God, Tawheed, beyond personalist theism and modern atheism. This is Ismaili gnosis. Say he is God, the unique. God is absolute. So they start with Surah Ikhlas, right? Holy Quran, Surah Al-Ikhlas. The Imam Ad al-Mu'iz summons to the absolute oneness of God, the absolute Fatimid going inscription and all. Anyways, discover more for Ismaili gnosis. David Ben, so you see, Allah is neither existent nor non-existent. He's something beyond this. So what existence would mean? Oh, this is that, the website I went to. Where was Dr. Khalil Andani's? Oh, this is Professor Khalil Andani, Thinking Islam. Right? This is the one. And okay, I have to. So, no. Wujud and existence. Mawjud, something found. Oh, so you can read all this, right? And then I found the old one, the old website, the old article on this explanation. Smiley teachings on the oneness of God beyond personalist. I found Smiley Gnosis, right? This is smileyGnosis.com. Not Professor or Dr. Khalil Andani. That one is the previous one. Okay, what else was I going to show you on this? Anyways, so Surah 3. So the bird, kunu, 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 becoming. But Allah is functioning, taking attributes or His names. So every day Allah is in a matter. You see how? Then Surah Rahman also, Yusuf Ali's translation on this. Every day Allah shines in some new splendor. Or, so there are various translations of this ayat, Surah 55, ayat 29. Whoever is within the heavens and earth asks him, right? This is not dua. This is not dua. No, praying to him is asking him, supplicating. This is yasa, yasalluhu, yasallu, salluh, luh. So this is salluh mean prayers that you're supposed to say. Allah and the angels send to, and the believers also send to. They're asked to send to on the messenger of Allah, meaning Prophet Muhammad. Remember that ayat? Surah Ahzab. So, kulla yawmin huwa fi shan. Or maybe I mispronounced it. So every day asks him, every day he is in a matter, meaning Allah is in a matter. And there's no and here. If the translator puts in English and, there's no and. There's put a better to put a semicolon here. Every day Allah, meaning Allah is in a matter. So now you get it from the Kana, meaning when Allah puts for himself, Kana, Allahu Ghafuran, Rahima. Very easy. But it took me like, I've done my work before here. Allah is exalted, great. This part of Surah 4, Ayat 34, Maududis. This Kana, Aliyan Kabir, right? Then I'm like, all forgiving? No, there's no all forgiving, all compassionate, or the forgiving, the compassionate, which would be its attribute, right? But would there be an all compassionate? Kana. Kana Allahu Ghafuran Rahima, right? Ghafuran Rahima. And you see, they have not put in capital letters. Rahima nor Ghafuran. The G is not in capital, the R is not in capital. So the main subject is Allah. And now Kana, this would mean that Allah is being in Allah's state, position is as forgiving, compassionate here in time. Right? Now I'm trying to work this out here. I was. Kana. Whenever Allah uses Kana for himself before an attribute of his, he doesn't put all before. But this I cannot say because the other ayats were. No, I'm not sure about this. But in short, what I can say is all compassion. Why? No, this is not right. So because at this moment he's functioning using his attribute, he's functioning in time as his attribute, right? He's as his attribute. He's one with this attribute. Ghafuran Rahim. Would you say that? Or Rahima? However you pronounce this. Huh? Because this Kana is being, becoming. Oh, it's like, oh, it's coming in time. It has a past, present, future. That's why at times Allah doesn't use Kana when He says, Allah is light, Allah is Most High, the merciful, the compassionate, right? Why? Have you ever thought of that? So this Kana, when He uses it, it is His condition, His position at that time as that attribute. So he functions in time with that attribute. Please overlook my English also explanation on this. I'll try my best here. If I can't say it properly, but shortcut I've reached. What does it here? You see? Here, why does Allah use Kana for himself when it means, what does it mean? Being or existing as it. Like we saw in this, right? Very short, Arabic for beginners.com, lessons, Kana and its sisters. Website, the verb kan was, or kun, kun, oh, the verb kun was or is, kan, I think, okay, I got, was, right? Taking kana, was, and its inflections to be, kun, yakun, to be, kun, or yakun, be, and be, kana, all be, all represent the meaning of being, existence, in existence. They give the nominative case to the subject and the accusative to the predicate. And what it actually means is, my father was wise, right? So Allah is forgiving and merciful ever. Surah 4, ayat 96. Is there ever in this ayat? I wonder. But I know that there's Kana. What does this mean then? It means that the subject is being in time forgiving and merciful, right? The subject, or my father was, when he was, that's a past. Kana also has a past, right? In the was, it become like it's is, was, being, becoming, this from Kana, and it's meaning the way it changes, right? And what it actually, sorry, I'm not able to say this properly. It means that from kun fayakun, it, Allah says be, and it is. So Allah now himself, when he uses it for himself, he is being. When it's put Allah is, Allah Kana, or Kana Allahu, forgiving, Ghafoor, forgiving and merciful. What does it mean here? Because Kana is used. Please find out. Don't throw bullets at me, Shias. Also, like, lying and this and that. And I don't know the basic of Islam. I don't know the basic of Quran. But what's the meaning of Kana? Is. Yani, first of all, it means that being in existence, right? Being in existence. Being is, that he is in existence. That is. Secondly, being or existing as it, as the description attribute, as wise. My father was wise. So coming in existence as Allah is being, is is existing, in existence now. Oh, as what he says he is, not apart from his attribute. But he, Allah, uses Kana to mean that he, the subject, exists as this, the attribute. Exists as this, the attribute. Or even functions in existence or being as this, the attribute. Allah functions in existence as being, as this or that, whichever attributes he uses. Saying Kana Allah or Allah Kana, forgiving and merciful, or Aliyan Kabir, Ra, Kabir, right? Allah is functioning and existent being. Can we say it like this? Functioning? Functions in existence or exists as that attribute. Kana. That's why uses Allah uses kana at times in the Quran. And at times he doesn't when he uses his attribute with him of like for example am I going okay, I'm like this Surah 39 ayat 4, right? He is Allah, the one, the overpowering. Okay, there's a semicolon. But there's no kana here, right? There's no kana. Huwa Allahu al-Wahidu al-Wahid al-Qahar, right? He is Allah, the one, the overpowering. Wahid, al, the Wahid, the Qahar, al-Qahar. He doesn't put kana here, you see? No kana. Sub, subhanahu, huwa. Glory be to him. He is Allah, the one, the overpowering, no kana. He is Allah. Huwa Allahu. He is Allah. You see, for the is, he has not used kana here. In this ayat, Surah Zumar ayat 4, 39th chapter of the Quran ayat 4. Please look at this. Surah 24 ayat 33. Allah is, okay, dot, dot, dot. I've just used this part of the ayat. Allah is after their compulsion, forgiving, and merciful. You see, here also, he doesn't use kana, but Ghafoor and Rahim is in Surah 24, ayat 33. He's forgiving and merciful, but he doesn't use Ghafoor is not in capital G and R. Rahim, his attribute is not in capital R. And it doesn't even have the Al Ghafoor and Rahim. It's what? It's taken from like these ayats or Kana, or I don't know, but it doesn't have it. Okay. Yet, okay, it's not like that. That I would say that if he doesn't put Kana, then it should have an all powerful, all merciful, all Rahim, merciful, or the Rahim, or the Ghafur, the forgiving, the all forgiving, or the all merciful. So I'm wrong in that because this ayat doesn't have that. Anyways, but we're going to forget this then. And what I said in my earlier, what you might call it, notes, working this out. But this ayat doesn't have kana, nor the or all. It would be Allah becomes forgiving and merciful to them, not does the one below. Nor does the one below. Sorry, not my mistake here. Nor does this ayat below have this all forgiving, the all merciful. Allah is, and also he doesn't use kana here. So, but for sure, when he I don't know what's happened here, right? But now, can you say for sure when he uses? So we've come to Surah 24 at 35, the Shia commentary on Allah is the light of the heavens and earth. Doesn't use kana here. So here, yes, we could say he's not being light in existence as light, existing as light. So when you put Kana, when he puts Kana, this, at least here for sure, you know that he exists as this attribute. He's being as forgiving, merciful, existing in time. Kana Allahu Ghafuran Rahima. Let's see what other thing I've. So how many examples or whatever? So no. So this. Okay, the bird. Fayakunu. Kunu is also from kun. Kana. All this. Becoming, right? The bird becomes. So when he says when Allah at this moment is being oft returning, forgiving. So at this moment, Allah is functioning as oft returning in time. If we take Surah, if we take Ghafur to mean oft or Ta'aba, which ayat was it? Say oft or forgiving. Allah at this moment is being forgiving or is operating as the forgiver in time. When you put Kana, because he puts Kana, we didn't put, sorry, when you see the ayat that has Kana Allahu or Allahu Kana, right? So at this moment, Allah is functioning as oft returning. Allah is functioning as this or that in time, being this or that. This is what it means. Okay, I'm not going. Why does it mean that? Because the ayat, Quran ayat, the word kana, what it means. So his attributes are not functioning, but Allah is functioning, taking attributes or his names, Isma. So every day Allah is in a matter then. Oh yeah, I've gone. So then he's functioning, right, as that, or he is in being as that. He's in existence as that, forgiving, of returning, Aliyan, Most High, Kabir, great. You get it? And he is the one who is in the heaven and God in the earth, God. And he is the all wise, the all knower. Word for word, Dr. Shanaz Sheikh, Miss Qasir Qatri, and more. Transliteration 2021. Right. So now God is, you see, you won't get this right because so many translations now. I checked this website, Islam Awakening. It has Yusuf Ali's Saudi Rev 1985. It is Yusuf Ali's translation on this ayat, right? Surah 43, Zukhruf, ayat 84. It is he who is Allah in heaven. Yusuf Ali puts Allah now, 1985. Allah in heaven, but there's no Allah here. Wahawa in the ayat. So there is this obsolete and or older editions. Yusuf Ali's translation, original, 1938. It is he. So this now has become obsolete of Yusuf Ali's 1938 original translation of Surah Zuhraf, 43 chapter of the Quran, ayat 84. You see this? And this is right. This is correct. Because Wahawat, Allah hasn't put in this Allah. But the latest one is it is He who is Allah. Oh, no, sorry. Latest one is it is He. Hawa. Sorry. What was that? It is He who is Allah. But where has Allah put it is He, and He is the one who, oh, this trans in the heaven. Where's Allah put Allah in this translation? It is He. وَحَوَّى الَّذِي فِي السَّمَاءِ. Where's Allah? This is Illahun. It's not Allah, this is God. It doesn't say Allah in English. Oh, sorry, in Arabic. Oh God, Allah in the, see, where's Allah? Allah in the heaven and Allah on earth. But even if you take this, Yusuf Ali's translation, 1985, the latest one on this ayat, Allah is in heaven and on earth. And if you want to tell us that Allah, what various translations saying, and He is the one who is in the heaven God and in the earth God. That's an old literal word for word. Now this is an old literal word by word, and the new one is, if you want to tell us, He wants to tell, Allah wants to tell you something other than this. No, no, He's not in the earth God, but that He is the God of the earth and the God of the heaven. Because this ayat, in this ayat, heaven comes first and then in the earth. And He's the God of the earth. But you see, that's not what Allah said. Yeah. Allah's not put it that way. But you want to tell us this? I could see from the other translations in English of this ayat, right? And translators. Surah Zukhruf ayat 84. Then, was I explained this, right? Allah is the compulsion, forgiving, mercy. Allah is after the compulsion, forgiving, mercy. But this ayat doesn't have Kana. And this ayat to Surah 8 ayat 70. And the last. So let me show you Surah Zukhruf ayat 84 translations. What you want to tell us? What do your translators want to tell us? What Allah really means by putting it this way? Surah Zukhruf. So now in Shia Islam, if the hadith goes against the Quran, reject the hadith, right? Whether it comes from Prophet Muhammad or the Imams, doesn't matter. No, no, there was someone writing in Quora, sounded like a Shia Sayyid, you know, that to know the basic you require. When you want to reject an hadith, you have to know like, the meaning of that hadith. And if you don't, criticism of hadith. Allah is in the earth, and look at your translations, right? So you're going to say we misinterpret it. We don't understand the basic. Shia even. It is He who is God in the heavens and God on earth. And He is the one who is in heaven is God. Who in heaven, in the heaven is God. Meaning He's God. Oh wait, there's someone. No. Illah, Allah, Illah. On earth. See how many brackets they have to use. The only deity on the earth is the only deity in the heaven. Meaning He's the only God of the earth, of the heaven, and of the earth. God knows why I keep saying it the other way around. And He it is who is God in the heaven, exclusively deserving of worship. How about this? Ali Anal, I may be Turkish. Does it, the way he pronounced? I'm not sorry, I don't know. But these dots here above the U of his last name. Oh, and he it is who is God in the heaven, exclusively deserving of worship. Not that he is in a God in the heaven, but of the heaven. He deserves. What this in the heaven God means, that exclusively deserving of worship. And God on earth, exclusively deserving of worship. That's what it means. Ali Yonal. What else is there in these translations? And he's the one who is a God in the heaven and a God on the earth. Very good. Monotheistic Group, 2013 edition. Translation of Surah Zukhruf, ayat 84. And he is the wise, the knowledge. This part very important. And a God on the earth. And he is the one, I don't know, Alladhi. No, Alladhi means who, the one, or he is who is in a God in the heaven and a God on the earth, or in the earth. Muhammad Shafi. And he's the one worthy of worship in the heaven. Worthy of worship? Ilahan means worthy of worship. It doesn't mean God. Oh, but for the polytheists, it means these gods they take up beside deities to worship. What? And he is the one worthy of worship, the one. Ilahan. Illahun. Sorry, Muhammad Shafi will come back. Let me see the translation. I keep forgetting the Arabic. Illahun. Illahun. Not Han. Zahra. Sorry. Okay. Mistake. I don't even know how to pronounce. Shia. One Shia coming in. You don't know how to pronounce Umar bin Khattab name. What else? And he's the one worthy of worship. Ilahun means worthy of worship, not God, according to Muhammad Shafi or Shafi. Controversial or status undetermined works. We didn't start the fire, it was burning. Did we create the fire? But now we have to be tested by that shaitan jinn, from the jinn who is from smokeless fire. And he's the God. So now, controversial or status undetermined works. Ahmad Raza Khan, Barelvi. And he's the God of the people of heaven. People of heaven. Samai means, Al-Samai means people of heaven. And the God of people of earth. And he is the wise. Rashad. Rashad Khalifa. He is the only one. Only one. Alladhi. Alladhi. Who? Not who. He's the only one. Who? Now who? Is a deity. Hawa. Maybe. In the heaven and the deity on earth. He is most wise and omniscient. Hassan al-Fatih or Fateh. Okay, these are names, sorry. Qaribullah. Right? Tell me now, how many Arabs, the new ones, new generation, know Urdu and how to pronounce Urdu words? But what is that? Or how many Indonesians or let's say Malaysian or Chinese who are know how to pronounce Arabic words properly. Muslim, Chinese Muslims, and he who is God, Hassan al-Fatih. He, so they know Islam, right? They know the basic. God, I'm stuck on that. Sorry. So Maulana Muhammad Ali, and he it is who is God in the heavens and God in the earth, yes. And he it is who is God in the heavens and God in the earth. Very right, Maulana Muhammad Ali, very good. And he is the wise, the knowing, I think. Yeah. But so many so many translations. Look at one ayat, one book you have, and don't tell me. I know, you know, who calls Shias liars, Rafidis. Hmm? Oh, our usul is the same. What was his name? Saqlain Haider? Your usul is the same. Who are you kidding? I'm vulnerable, but not naive, right? I've made myself very transparent, vulnerable, not naive in this, about this matter. Shia Sunni matter. Our usul is the same. We are united. Who calls the Shias liars apart? Huh? Shias liars. Changed it. Ibn Sabah, Jewish man, changed this whole religion, Islam. Our Rasul is the same. And by the way, if you are a 12 verse Shia, as you said you are, then what about Ismailis against? Not like King of Jordan bringing them together, but before that, like you don't even know that. And I know I'm not naive. Vulnerable, I've made myself, but not naive on this point. Even the 12 verse Shia say, oh, what against the Imam, Ismaili Shia Imam, Imams and whatnot, beliefs and all. Okay? Who are you kidding? And I was not able to answer you properly. Sorry, it was shocked. I was like, Shia's hurling bullets, trying to kill, nearly killed me. And he is the one who is in the sky, space, a god, and in the earth, planet, earth, a god. Okay, these are, you would say these are, why are you, but they're from your Quran expert translators, Quran translators in English who know Arabic. Non Muslim, forget the non Muslim or Orientalist works. Then we have new partial or in progress translations for the Drain, sorry if I've mispronounced his names. And he it is who is deity in the heaven and deity in the earth. And he alone is the all wise, all knowing. Sorry, I can't. Munir Mizyad, and he it is who in the heaven is God. So meaning, okay, so I showed you some, okay, I don't have to show you all these. And the many, see, lots of, from here, obsolete and slash or older editions, Yusuf Ali. I got it from here. You can see old literal word for word also, and old transliteration also. So Shias, sorry, but this again. Don't come here. That's Sakale. Are you going to take Imam Ali's explanation and the way Imams want you to translate the Quran ayats? Or your religious scholar? So, where is your Imam? Because, yeah, Imam has to come, right? Imam has to be present. Because Quran, how do you know? Oh, you learn from your religious scholars what your religious scholars are saying. Aka Mehdi Puya said, your Imam is in occultation, sorry. To those Shias who haven't softly tried to kill me, coming here, falsely accusing me and whatnot, making a mockery of me, to know the proper application, Aka Mehdi Puya says, of ayah, this ayah, Al Nur of Surah Nur. How come it doesn't say it's Surah Nur? No chapters in the Quran. See, Aka Mehdi Puya doesn't put Surah Nur even. He puts Al Nur, not chapter. Surah means following points should be kept in view. So you, if you want, what do you do? Oh, so you just go on what Aka Mehdi Puya says? Basics of the Quran we people don't know, but even your Sunnis don't know, your Muslim fellow Muslims, brothers and sisters. You would say, huh? So take the meaning, proper application from Prophet Muhammad also. It is a parable. Transparent mediums have different degrees of transparency. So this point was important. That to know the proper application of ayah al-Nur. And this ayah, Surah 24, ayah 35. Okay, now how do I? And why am I getting all negative, emotional? Because this was, no, don't tell me, don't lie against me that I wasn't a Shia, that I don't feel betrayed. Had I taken, had there been not the screencasting, not the Google search, the Quran.com, what would have happened to me? I would have never realized that Allah uses Kana for himself, right? And what is this verb was in its inflections? Now let's go to the other from very briefly checked, or have I? Kana, what's Kana? Kana, he had done. Auxiliary forms, the past perfect, past continuous, future perfect, and future continuous tenses, right? Kana, non-past. Yakunu, verbal noun, kon, or kian, or kainuna. Number one, copulative, to be with accusative. What does this mean? Copulative, to be with accusative. Sayakuna, he will have done. He will be. Sayakunu, he will. be doing, meaning follow. In transit, sorry, it's not clear what this word is, right? Yeah. To behove. All this, you see? Like all copulative verbs in Arabic, kana takes the predicate in the accusative case. This contrasts with old Indo-European languages, such as Latin and Greek, in which the predicate of a so kana. But what do we? So you can read all this, you see. But simply put, what are inflections? I do search that also. Can you kana word meaning Quran? Look at how many. And where's that? Kana and its sisters. Arabic. This is the website, right? I think. Arabicforbeginners.com. Kana and its sisters. The verb. Here it is. To be. And its inflections to be. Be. All represent the meaning of being existence. Having an existence. So my father existed as a what? My father was existing as a wise man, was a wise man, right? And Allah, Kana, or Kana Allah, forgiving and merciful. Surah 4 at 96. So its sisters, not to be, not to become, to become. It has become a problem. The boy became a famous doctor. So the boy became a famous doctor. Or the bird came into being, right? Becoming. Oh, so it became a bird. Taking Surah Al Imran on that. So I do. So this is what Kana means, right? And you can even check what Kana means. And if someone is in hardship, through corpus.quran.com, second word of verse is a perfect verb. The verb is third person masculine, singular. The verb triliteral root is kaf, waw, noon. Surah Baqarah ayat 280. So, but you can through this corpus search, if you know how to search. I just Google search. Kana and its sisters, another Kana and its sisters. Introduction, the group of particles known as Kana and its sisters. So number one, Kana, to was. Number two, Sahara, to become. Or becoming is, in the Quran ayat, what is becoming? So these particles, including kana and its related terms, play a crucial role in the Arabic language and are frequently used in the Holy Quran to indicate various aspects of time, states, and actions. So the function of Allah in time and its state in time being as Ghafoor or as Aliyan. So now he can't be taken apart from his attributes. They contribute to the richness, depth of meaning in the Quranic. No, that's not important. What is important is what they have said here until this part. Used in the Holy Quran to indicate various aspects of time, states, and actions. This is the particle of the subject, right? To the predicate. My goodness. You don't. So you can read all this. The rule: the heart of Moses' mother became empty. Became, right? That's from Kana, right? Becoming, became, is not Allah, ma, Kana, the most just of judges. Conclusion. So, what is important for now? This live stream? This. About Kana, these particles, including Kana and its related terms, play a crucial role in the Arabic language and are frequently used in the Holy Quran to indicate various aspects of time, states, and actions. When I say Allah is functioning in time as forgiving, as Aliyan, the Most High, as Kabir, the great, not the Most High, as Most High, as this, as that, as this or that, his attributes. Functioning, Allah Himself is functioning. Actions, states, in what condition He is. He is in time, aspects of time, states, in what condition? In time. He is in existence. Now, Allah, right? In time, here and now, being as forgiving, as Most High, as oft returning, as forgiving, in time, in this condition, and actions. When, how, and what is Allah's function right now in time? Can we say that? So, thank you. What was that? Sorry. Al dash dirasa.com. Dirasa.com on Kana. Thank you. Websites, Islamic websites. Thank you. So this. What more? Okay. Enough, right? Now let's go to the old. No, wait. Just this new notes of mine. Why does Allah use Kana for Himself when it means being or existing in time, in a condition, and in action? As it, meaning as what He says, forgiving, merciful. As His attribute, you would call it, forgiving, merciful, that He has given to Himself. As this, forgiving, merciful. Allah, functioning, existing, simple, being or existing as it, as forgiving, as merciful. How can you then take what Imam Ali said in Sermon 1 of Najul Balagha? Allah, right? How can you deny Allah attributes and take Allah without His attributes, since Kana is used for Him in Surah 4 at 96 and in other places like Surah 4 at 34? Allah is exalted, Aliyan is most high or high, most high, great, Kabir, Kabir, right? Kana, Allah Kana, Aliyan Kabir. What does this mean? Sometimes he puts Kana. So you would say, oh, no, no, wait a minute. This Aliyan, his attribute is what? Functioning, hmm? In time. He's not functioning in time. Allah is not functioning in time. Acha? Let's go to Surah 4 at 96. Kana Allahu Ghafuran Rahima. Where does Kana come now? Kana comes after Allah, meaning is Allah. Now, what is functioning? Allah is functioning. You say here, no. Surah 4 ayat 34. No, no, no. The Kana Aliyan Kabira, meaning. You don't go to the subject, Allah. For Allah is Aliyan Kabira. Allah Kana Aliyan Kabira. But what you say, what you would say, that oh, the Aliyan Kabira, his attributes are functioning as in time, in this condition. Allah is not functioning. But what about this? Surah 4 at 96. Kana Allahu. Kana is before Allah, not before Ghafoor and Rahima. Huh? What would you say here? What is functioning now? Allah is functioning now, right? As Ghafoor and Rahima in time. He's in this condition also. Allah. Because Kana comes before Allah here in Surah 4 at 96. Please note this also. So Allah is functioning in this condition, in existence, being, in time. Ghafoor and Rahim, his attribute. Okay, so we're done? Or is there more? Shall I show you my rough first notes? Whenever Allah uses Kana for himself before an attribute of his, he doesn't put, oh no, all no, not this part, or, or functioning as the attribute or being the attribute, coming into existence or is in existence as this, meaning as his attribute, or that attribute of his. Right? Right? Now you got it? Now what is Kana and all this? I showed you. Allah is most high and great, but he becomes most high. Kana. You see Surah 4 at 159. Surely you have nothing to do with those who have made divisions in their religion and become Shia factions. Right? It's not the Shia, Abraham is the Shia of no, they would say. But party of the follower of no, or the pursuer of no. Anyhow, so they become factions, right? They become factions. It is in time. Kanu means in time. Become is be, being, becoming. All this is used, and Allah has used it for himself. Surah 22 at 62. That's because Allah is He, most high, most great. Allah, Hawa Ali, Al Aliyu, Al Kabir. In this side, there's no becoming most high. You see, yeah, in this side, there's no Kana. So there's no becoming of Allah as, being of Allah as Ali, his attributes, Al Most High, and the Kabir, the Great, the most. Surah 22 at 62, right? There's no Kana. So yes, you can't say he's no way. But when he uses Kana, then In this ayat, there is no becoming of Zion, great of Allah, the great, right? And Surah 2, ayat 34, have become one of the defiers. You see, Kana is also became one of the defiers or the disbelievers. Surah 2, ayat 34, and when he ordered the angels, prostrate yourselves before Adam, all of them fell prostrate except Iblis. He refused and gloried in his arrogance and became Kana, one of the defiers, or al-kafirin, and became the disbelievers, the disbelieving, the disbeliever, al-kafirin, kana min kafir. The word kana is used. This is from islamweb.net. I couldn't go to that site for this somehow. It's a problem. So the word kana is used in the meaning of it was or it became in the Quran. In the Quran, although the expression kana min al kafirin, this side from this side, 32 at 34, kana min al kafirin, right, became one of the defiers or the disbelievers, became one of the disbelievers, is translated as he became from the unbelievers, or he became from the of the unbelievers. He became of the unbelievers. In Surah Baqarah 34, the expression kana min al jinn is translated as he was from the jinns. You see, I don't have a problem with what this they say. Some I don't know, like I don't know, in Surah Surah 33 ayat 40, Prophet Muhammad was the messenger of Allah, or Muhammad is the messenger of Allah. Surah 19 ayat 37, it is not for Allah to take a son. But what I'm trying to say is that there is the was, is, it is in time being, kana meaning. And Allah uses it for himself. Allah is, meaning Allah kana, most high, great indicates what? Right? So it is not for Allah to take a son, exalted is He. And be and it is. Kun fayakun. Right. Now we come to another kun fayakun in another, I mean, this kun fayakun in another ayat, like Surah Maryam ayat 37. It is not ma kana lillahi, for Allah. It is not for Allah. You see? But he's, what is this kana here? If it is not, so you see, they put befitting because, but it is not even befitting for Allah to be kana, is in this kana form, in this word, using this word for himself. But he does. Because then he's in being. So I wonder if Sunnis take him to be all the attributes he is, and he's working, he's in time, he's existing, he's not beyond existence. I wonder. But Shias, I know how they take. Kana for Shias. See, Imam Ali would be wrong. Then. Completely. Do you want to stick to Imam Ali? The explanation, God is beyond his attributes. God is beyond existence. These are all his creations. Even his attributes are his creation, working in time. You can take Imam Ali. But know that it is against Imam Ali's explanation, is against the ayat, Kana, the word meaning. Now here, Surah Maryam ayat 37, it is not. Why is it not befitting for Allah? You know, rightfully so, he puts Kana here, right? Because he can't even be here. But then he describes himself. He says, Allah Kana. I mean, how shall I put it, right? Allah is. This means when he uses Kana, Allah is. This means he is being this attribute. He's being most high, great in time, working, functioning, operating in time as the most high, great, Kabir. But this also then wrong. Makana, for Allah to take a son. Exalted is he. Okay, he uses this, glory be to him. When he decrees a thing, he only says be and it is. But does he know that he's using kun, makana here, kana? Because he's not kun, he's not being in existence, right? Does he know that he has used this in the other ayats, like I showed you? Allah functions in be and he is. Kun fayakun. When he says Allah kana or kana Allahu, kana Allahu, he's functioning in be and he is in the being, in existence. How ayats tell us. How ayats tell us. And when we learn about what actually is kana, so I learned from the, uh, you know, but we can learn from the Quran ayats also. What is this? Kana, it comes from kun, kun, right? When Allah intends a thing, he only says be and it is. So it is being in time. It becomes in time. It exists now. Kun, fa, kun, faya, kun, 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 faya, kun, faya, kun. Being is now. So you see from the Quran ayats, what do you make of this? That now Allah is, if I'm not able to say this properly, please bear with me if you can. I'm sorry about that. Allah functions in be and he is. When he says, Kana Allahu, right? Surah 4 ayat, number I give. Ayats tell us. So the ayats are telling us, right? Like Jesus made this formed from clay bird, breathed into him, and it became. What is the word used there? On, right? So it's from kun, being, or kun. So it is a function in time. It is now existent, and also its condition. It's got a condition in time. How? Ayats tell us. It does not. Allah, it does not dot dot dot. So I'm going to back to this ayat about Surah 19, ayat 37. I'm writing this ayat. It does not dot dot. Ma kana, Allah, to take a son. When he decrees a thing, he says to it, kun, be, and it is. Kun is to be, to come into existence. So now I'm working it out, right? What is this kana Allahu? What does he mean by saying in the Quran? Kun is to be, to come into existence. But Allah says here, He himself doesn't function like this yet. Right? In Surah 99:37. However, Surah 39:4, if Allah had intended to take a son, he could have chosen from what he creates whatever he willed. Exalted is he is Allah, the one, the prevailing. Yakhluqu. Yah, yakhluqu, meaning created. And do you remember that ayat where they say, no, Jesus didn't create, it design, fashion, made. They use, like, some use create, Jesus created. Same word. This also. So, how Allahu. Yeah. So, he's limited. So, Kana has a past, present, and future. Now, I'm working it out, right? Kana has a past, present, and future. But how did I work this out? Through. Oh, I have to show you the ayat, right? Kana Tawaba. Oh, so I took like off returning 110 ayat 3. Surah 110 ayat 3. Allah is being most high. Kana has a past, present, and future, right? You see in the Quran ayats like Jesus Christ blowing in the bird, a shape of a bird. He blew into it and it became. Which ayat? Right? Oh, I didn't put that ayat, right? So in time is, was, becoming. This is Kana. Meaning of Kana changes, right? Past, present, future. The Surah verse, Jesus blew into the bird, form of the bird. So look at this, right? Surah Al Imran, verse 49. I keep forgetting. Thank God I'm still here. It hasn't, if it ends without my, sometimes it does that, but for 2 3 days, I think 2 days for sure, it hasn't been ending without my knowledge. The live stream, YouTube live stream. Indeed, I've come to you, signed from bird by my permission. I breathe into it and it becomes a bird. How do you know that Kana has a future? The word Kana is, was, we saw, was, they were believer, like that. So you can search the Quran. I haven't searched like that showing you, but I'm showing you it has a future tense, Kana, which is, then I breathe into it and it becomes a bird, right? Or it became a bird. Yeah. Kunu. Kunu. فيكون. So it, or fa is not and. Fa is so, or thus, or so it became. Yeah. Kunu. So this is the future tense of Kana. And there's also a past tense of Kana in the Quran ayat. You will find perhaps, right? Which I haven't shown you now. So this all past, present, future, being in existence, and what its condition is as in existence. Like when bird, it was inanimated, right? Then Jesus Christ breathed into it and it becomes a bird. It became a bird, actually. Let's put became, or it becomes a bird. Okay. It will become a bird by the became. Let me go to also Surah Maida, right? So like just a little more, let it settle in, and let me also. I'm not that eloquent. Please forgive me for that. Jesus breathed, bird became. Just for this. Surah Maida at 110. Let's so, uh, here also, it becomes kun. Remember, and when you design from clay, and then you breathed into it, and it became a bird, right? Sahi International, thank you. Then you breathed into it, and it became a bird. So kono could mean also became, not becomes, but became a bird. Get it? So having passed, it was, but it is like, you can say that I was better. I was younger before Kana, or Kana, yeah, you can say I, Kana, younger. I was younger. So this word has past, future, a present, and future in time. So Allah is operating in time, right? So Kana has a past, present, and future, was being, is being, and will becoming. Surah Ayat and Surah Al Imran ayats. Jesus Christ making the bird. Kana has a function in time. Kana, it gives the function to Allah, to the subject, right? In time. Condition also. And time also. In time. Existing. Being. Kana, the word operates as a function then also, and as a condition, describing also what Allah is at this time or in time being in existence. Allah is being most high in Surah. This thus, Surah 4, ayat 34, Allah is being most high. This is Allah's condition in existence and his description also. Then Surah 110, ayat 3, Kana Tawab, offered. He is, again, Allah is saying, He Kana, I haven't got, where's the oh, Innahu Kana Tawab. Meaning, He is, Kana is of returning. Meaning, He is being of returning. Is in this condition of returning in time. So Allah is being of returning. Allah at this moment, or Allah in time is being of returning. So at this moment, Allah is functioning as of returning, and also His condition is of returning. Allah is, can we say this? Allah is functioning as this or that. Those attributes are not functioning, but He is His. But Allah is functioning, taking attributes or His names. So every day Allah is in a map. So I come to Surah Rahman. No, no. So you see, every day He's in, and Allah is forgiving, merciful, degree. Allah Ghafur and Rahim. Kana Allahu. Allah is functioning, or now this other ayat also in this Khan. So I Surah 4 ayat 96, I reached in my first notes. So Allah is functioning or operating through His attributes. That's why. So to be continued. Okay, to be continued. Now you see, I don't have a problem. Some say that about this ayat, Surah 33, ayat 40, that Muhammad is not the father, and you can put Muhammad was not the father of any of your men. But they say it's wrong. Muhammad ma kana. Muhammad is not, and you, there's the Quran ayats don't really. No, it's Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but he is the messenger of Allah and the seal of prophet, and Allah has full knowledge of all things. Yusuf Ali. Allah has full knowledge of all things. Kana Allahu. Right? What does it? Allah has full knowledge of everything, Maududi, Yusuf Ali? Or is it that Allah is full of knowledge of all things? Allah is full of knowledge of all things, right? Or Allah has. 33 at 40. Let's see another translation. So, and Allah is, and Allah, no, no, and here, and Allah is of everything all knower. Kana, Allah is. So what does this mean here? Because Allah has used Kana. Wakana. And before his attribute. Hmm? Of all knower. Alima. All knower. Oh my God. Right? So Allah's condition in time is that He is being of everything knowing. Allah is being of everything knowing. This is what Kana means. In time, Allah is being. Thus, He is functioning as all knowing, or as the all knower. This is what Kana means. So, sorry, you cannot take, right? This is from Quran ayats. And please, again, see, where does Kana come? And Allah is. Right? Meaning, Wakana Allah. And Allah, oh, sorry. Wakana, and Allah is, and Allah is. So, Wakana Allah of everything all knower. Wait a minute. Surah 33 at 40 in Islam Awakened. Let's see all the let's see some of the translations. Muhammad has said this part, but and God has indeed full knowledge of it. God has perfect knowledge of all things, and God knows all things. Oh God, sorry, I'm not reading the translators. Safi Kaskas, God knows all things. The clear Quran, Dr. Mustafa Khattab, and Allah has knowledge of all things. Muhammad has said, God has indeed full knowledge of everything. But what does this mean, Kana? So it would mean in this ayat, and is Allah of everything, all knower. Like, didn't I put it this way? Allah is and is Allah of everything, all knower. Right? Without coming here. So this is word for word Dr. Shahnaz Sheikh, Miss Qasar Khatri, and more. You see? This is how it should be because he is of everything, all knower. Now, what does this mean? Since and Kana Allah of everything, all knower. He is being. He is. Now I have a. So Allah is of everything, all knower, right? Um, I'm not able. Now I have a blank. So maybe I've said Allah has full knowledge. No, Allah is being in time, having knowledge of everything, the all knower of everything. Allah is being in time. It is his condition now here in existence as the knower of everything. This is what this means. So you can't, what Imam Ali, Shias, deny him that his attribute of all knower, all knowledgeable, can't deny him this. He's functioning in this, in existence. Allah is as the all knower in existence, having knowledge of everything. Oh my God, this is what Kana means. Now, what did the Imam say? If our hadith sayings go against the Quran ayats, reject them. But you're not going to do that because you're going to say, Shias, some of you like that, if the hadiths or our sayings, actually the hadith is of Prophet Muhammad, right? If and the imams are our sayings uh, go against Quran ayahs, but has Sarah understood the basic of the way the Quran is supposed to be? Quran ayats application or the words application, Ana's basic knowledge, Zahra, you don't have against Quran, reject it. Or if it contradicts, right, our sayings, Imams have said, yeah, Torah, That's the point you mentioned. I can't go to this site. Doesn't give. Where's that? This is. Oh, here it is. Quora. Yeah, agree on each other based on. There's only one Quran. Why can't belief of Shia and no, no. This is not what I want. How shall I put it in search? Yes, Imams have said this, right? Reject against Quran, rejected. If our sayings, Shia never reject Quran, Shias reject only hadiths which contradict Quran verses. Shias believe the hadith with authentic source. First Sunni hadith, Sahih al-Bukhari. This is what site? Quora.com. I don't know who put this here. So if I go to Quora, right? Sayyid Rizvi, Shias never reject Quran. Shias reject only hadiths which contradict Quranic verses. Number one. Number two, Shias believe the hadith with authentic source. So this well written, but there's a Sayyid who wrote, I can't find him now here in Quran. So that's true. Shias never reject. Where is it? Who was he? Sayyid Rizvi. Yeah, I did project administration. Okay. Shias never reject Quran, but rejecting the Hadith, the first Sunni Hadith book, Sahih al-Bukhari, was compiled almost 159 years after Holy Prophet. So he was neither a Sahabi nor Tabi'in or Taba'in. Taba'in. Therefore, Tabi'in in Urdu they say Taba'in. So this is how it's put. I don't know how it's pronounced properly. Tabi'in or Taba'in. Sahabi. Where is the Sayyid? Basic, right? Quora. You need to have basic knowledge. You know what the word Quora means? Oh, sorry. Kana. Quora. Sorry. Quora. Huh? I can't find it. Okay, just leave this. And to understand the hadith properly and the Quran ayat so that you don't make a mistake, right? Basic knowledge of Arabic you should have, basic knowledge of the Quran Arabic, the Quran words you should have to understand. Otherwise, you can't just reject it by saying, oh, it's going against it seemingly is going against the Quran ayat, Imam's sayings, or Prophet Muhammad's hadith. So reject it. No, no, the Shia Sayyid has said, and you know, and let this come now. Don't hurl bullets and things at me, please. Quran ayat says, okay, I know that Quran, maybe apostates be stern with the disbelievers. Yeah. But when you argue with them, who are you arguing with? Because there's one Quran ayat, maybe there are contradictions then. Be stern with apostates, kill them, punish them, God knows what, take their lives. Shias also. So, but there's a Quran ayat, at least argue with us argue with them in the best way, right? Or you think it's time to argue, to just hurl bullets, false accusations? You were never Shia. You don't know the basics. You don't know that. How many of your translators translating, or whoever they are, Muslims, non-Shias? But what have the Shias done in the translations of the Quran? Look at, I'm showing you this Akamedipuya, right? And then, oh, I should check your multilingual Quran with your Shia commentary on this Kana, right? Anything said on Kana? Allah, Surah. Let me just get the very Surah 4 at 96. Surah 4 at 96. Multilingual Quran. Or you just take the multilingual Quran, Surah 4 at 96. 4, 96. Don't tell me I have to go somewhere in another eye. See commentary for verse 95. Not too much above going. Oh, what's this? This verse revealed when Kab bin. Okay. No, I don't want 95. I want 96. Where does not wealth over those who sit idle soldiers? Darajat is not. Akamedipuya says Darajat is not a second object of Fadal, Fadallah, but is in an adverbial position, specifying the distinction in rank or degree. Otherwise, it would not be consistent with the objective. Ajr, Azim, Azim, in the end of verse 96, 95. Still on 95. Anything on 90? You see, anything on this Kana? Nothing on that, this part, right? That Allah Kana, forgiving, merciful. Actually, it's Kana Allahu here. Before Allah, the word Kana. Kana Allah. See, nothing. It says, right? Key commentary for verse 95. Darajat, degrees from him. Just talking about this part, not this part. Our commentary Puya ranks with him over those who Allah has exalted those in rank who fight. Kana word no. So Shias, you never did you notice this ever? If you notice this, then you know what it means, and then Imam Ali is wrong in saying deny Allah His attributes. Allah, you pointed at Him, He's beyond existence. He comes in existence, Kana, functioning in that condition of His attribute. Right? Got it? Okay, thank you very much. It has been a long day. In this, my mind split. In brains, it was very stressful, difficult. Easy now. Why does Allah use Kana? Now you know why Allah uses Kana for himself, which means being or existing as it, as the attribute, as the predicate, as Ghafuran, Ghafuran Rahima in time. He is in existence at this time as Ghafuran Rahima. Okay? That's what it is. And I've proved it through the Quran ayats and a little bit help from other about Kana. Simple. This means goodbye, Imam Ali Sermon 1. Najul Balagha. From here, the perfection of His purity, Allah's purity, is to deny Him attributes, because every attribute, right, is a proof that it is different from that to which it is attributed. And go say, wow, wow, amazing, amazing. Marhaba, Ali, Ali, Ali. But last time I said that this Ali was the polytheist. Why did I say this in my one of my previous live streams? Latest ones, latest live stream. Ali is the polytheist, avatar, God, Lord, Lord on earth. I have forgotten. My mind is now blank about yesterday, or what I did even in the live stream. What did a similitude? Allah. He's the polytheist. He's not only master, Man Kunta Maula, Prophet Muhammad has announced, when he announced, Man Kunta Maula, Fahaza Aliyun Mala, right? It's not, I know. He's also Ali, is Rab. Oh, taking Surah Allah, Ali, and God knows where from where I came, where from similitudes. Allah has similitudes, Allah doesn't have similitudes. 2 live streams on that, I think. And now this one on Kana, I came to, continued from the previous live stream, part 2, similitudes. Allah has similitudes, Allah doesn't have similitudes. So Allah exists as this or that attribute. Kana is from Kun and all this. Okay, thank you very much. Allah uses Kana. Anything else? Let's see. Hope I can take a break now and do something else. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you for taking your time. How much time? 2 hours, 12 minutes. Okay, I'm going. Thank you very much. Have a beautiful, wonderful day.